Hey everybody, Bad Merc here. Today I'm going to be reviewing Spawn number 305, Hell Hunt Part 4. Spoilers ahead. Just let you know, all my books, I spoil everything. I'm the spoiler. Uh, Spawn's basically realizing that he has a bunch of different, spawns that are popping up all over the globe. And there's this one cat that used to be like a redeemer, and now he's like up in the somewhere in the middle America, Pacific Northwest, I think. And he's basically getting hunted down by some angels, and Spawn and I believe She Spawn are trying to track him down, as well as this medieval Spawn character. I picked up this cover because just cool. I like the medieval Spawn. Probably the medieval Spawn's been my favorite Spawn out of all the different types of Spawns. So I jumped right on, and it was always cool to see him on here. And let's jump right in. Right there, double page splash. There's Spawn. Take him out before he changes. Boom, boom, blam, blam. Unfortunately for them, Spawn and She Spawn don't give a damn about anything hell or heaven or hell may want. So you go crack. It's a cool little double page spread right there. Cinematic. Taking out these undercover agents that are angels. And then there's one of them right there. It turns into its hellacious or heavenly hellacious form. He's like, "That's it, bitch. That's your best shot. This is gonna be easier than we thought." His transformation happens within seconds. Blam! She just blam blows his head off. Oh look, it's dwarf She Spawn. No, just playing. This panel's laying on top of that one. It lines up crazy, huh? All right, screw you. While the removal of the angel's head is even faster. So there's that. Then you got Spawn and medieval Spawn duking it out too. And right there, Spawn cracks him. She Spawn's carrying the this kid right here. He was the one I was talking about that used to be this redeemer. And it's funny too, right here, hefting a 160-pound millennial is over her shoulder isn't much of a test. She's still testing herself with her new powers, but saying the millennial is just weak as fuck. Spawn grabs medieval Spawn, smashes him against the wall with his cape. Then he knocks him into a building. It looks like medieval Spawn, and there's just two of them down there fighting. And there's a helicopter flying up above. Then medieval Spawn kicks him. "No more. Your reign of terror is over." And he jumps at him with his big ass sword. Pretty awesome. And Spawn sucks him into the shadows, and then he teleports him over to a nearby woodlands. And then that kid turns into this new character called the Reaper. And it's funny because there's a character like that in the new Ghost Rider, where it's kind of like a Reaper or a Grim Reaper type cat, where Danny Ketch is turning into that. So they're both, Spawn and Ghost Rider, have a similar purgatorial supporting character in both the books right now, which is cool. And it's funny too because they both got this void of emotion helmet on, from what I believe. And I don't know, this is very a trend nowadays. I see a lot with a lot of characters where they have just a blank slate on their face. This actually works though, because it's a purgatorial reaver or justice serving type character, where it doesn't favor either side, heaven or hell. So he's right in the middle. Therefore, the face is void of emotion. But still, personally, I would like to see something a little more of a design on it. Just like the Redeemer, how it has a big cross on his face, which is awesome. I love that design of the Redeemer. So he's fighting. This angel slices him up. Eddie is just a part of what I am. We share this. Behind you. he turns as a mini solar flare lights up the skies. It's pretty cool looking angels, you know, pretty scary looking too. And then yeah, he just blasts this this demonic looking angel up. I don't want to show you too much because I don't want the copyright chroniclers to get me. And then Spawn basically ganks the medieval Spawn sword and like kind of puts a spell on it or uses magic to where he can't pick it up. He's like, oh my word, you know, getting stuck in the snow right here. And for me, it kind of reminded me a little bit of the King Arthur legend where he couldn't pull the sword out of the stone, but in this case it was in the snow. And yeah, Spawn just straight up, you know, lops his head off. There he is. There's a badass medieval Spawn just got fucking punked by Al Simmons. You know, all good things must come to an end, I guess. It's sad to see this character go. I really like the medieval Spawn a lot, but you know, is what it is. And so yeah, they basically teleport back to this spot, and they're gonna basically they're gonna like take this fool apart and they're gonna experiment on him. And yeah, Spawn's got the medieval Spawn's head, and he's like, "There's a container in a room down the hall. It'll hold this until we can dissect it." And then, you know, this she Spawn, she's, you know, basically saying that, you know, then what? Do you even have a plan, or are we just winging everything as you go along? You know I want to be part of this, but if we're just going to run blind into each new threat, that's suicide. I'm not joining that mission. And then Al Simmons is like, "No one's keeping you here. You want to leave? I'll take you wherever you want." And she's like, "Yeah, don't gaslight me. Just, you know, complaining, bitching and stuff. And yeah, that's basically where it ends right there. Looks like Todd drew some of these back pages, as well as I think Philip Tan. And the artist is no longer on the book anymore. And then there's Al talking to the new Reaver cat. "I get your skepticism. You're both new to this, but every time the enemy moves, they expose themselves. I've got eyes that are watching them. My goal is to finally get to the top rung of their organization. I'm so sorry innocent people are caught in this crossfire, but I swear to both of you, I'm going to hunt down every last one of them before they can." This big like goo comes up. Suddenly, a liquid abyss engulfs Spawn before he can react. What follows will be a nightmare like nothing can imagine. Next, a dark new future. And yeah, that's it for this issue. And then we have basically the artist, the Gothic artist that was on this one, kind of impressionistic, talented artist in his own right, Sean Alexander. He's going to be leaving the book. And I think he's doing Philadelphia. I haven't read that, but it looks interesting, you know. Here's a new cover for the new Spawn. Looks like it's a pretty cool concept based off of the Statue of Liberty in a post-apocalyptic New York, from my understanding. Cool concept. Yeah, digging that. And then here's some of the preview pages for the new Spawn. It's got like a new character right here. This shit is tight as fuck, and it's exactly what I want in my Spawn comics. I love to see this style of art, and I think Spawn really flourishes in this arena of art style. Man, I wish I could draw like that. That's Philip Tan right there. And again, there's a new character right here. And yeah, that's the back of the book. And again, here's the same up-close picture of the comic for next month. I probably won't be buying this one, though. I usually like to pick up the McFarlane covers because I like to see all the line work. Don't get me wrong, this is a work of art. It's beautiful. But it's just, to me, it's kind of like a lot of... It looks like a metal album cover, you know what I mean? Or it looks like a movie poster or a video game poster to me. And I'm more into more of like a comic booky line art at covers for comics. That goes for actually all the comic books I like. The covers, I see a lot of covers out there that are really painted beautifully, but Personally, I like to see a lot of lines. That's just me. And still, only $2.99. This book right here, very entertaining. You know, I only paid $3 fucking bucks for this, and I got it a, you know, most people you can get an account at a local comic store. You know, you get it for like a couple cents off. You know, and then throw it in, and it's a good deal. You know, for this book right here, I definitely recommend Spawn number 305. Two Horns Up. Go pick it up. It's a very entertaining read. It's very nostalgic. It showcases a lot of the old school, you know, Spawn toys. They're brought to life now. And I believe we're going to see more. We're definitely getting a brand new character with a new artist, and I hope that they kind of touch back on the medieval Spawn and the Ninja Spawn and some more. You know, the more Spawns, the merrier. I want to see the Spawn team. You know, and again, I'll say it before, I'll say it again. I wish there was another Spawn book out, maybe a Spawn team book. You know, where you get a bunch of Spawns fighting different demons and parallel aliens and parallel dimension demons and angels, all kinds of shit. You could do that, and this could theoretically just be the Al Simmons story. You know. There's a lot of Spawn mythos out there that could sustain at least 1 to 3 books a month, I think. And with the price of $2.99, you could pick them all up for like $10 a month. But yeah, check this out. This is an awesome book. I like this cover a lot. They also had the black and white cover too at my local comic book store. And yeah, that one, I don't know. I kind of really wanted to see what the inside work would look like, but you know, it's you know, it just really depends on what you're going for. Sometimes you want the line art so you can really get in there and dissect it, and then sometimes you want the color. And for me, I really wanted color on this one so I can get more into the story. And also, if you like Spawn, you might like the book that I'm doing right now too. It's called Butch Cleaver. I'm going to be doing a campaign for it. It's about a butcher that gets killed and he's brought back to life by a voodoo curse, and it gives him the power to weaponize bone, so he can make these different types of bone weaponry. And he's trying to figure out who murdered him. And in my story, you know, he was a brutal butcher. He was a bad guy, and now he's brought back to life. And you know, you're going to go on this journey with him. You're going to figure out what he's going to do with all these powers, and it takes place in this gothic Western town that was inspired by you know, old Western towns, old England, the Southwest. You got missions, you got saloons, you got you know, it's also inspired by you know, New Orleans. So I put a lot of like French quarter buildings in there, all that rolled up into one city called Oubliette. So check it out. If you want to have an Indiegogo right now, this is it right here. Just check out Butch Cleaver. And if you want, you could sign up for my email list. Again, thanks for everybody that's been signing up. It's been helping me out a lot. Just keep on chugging along. I'm going to be releasing this book in either the spring or the summer. So yeah, as always, folks, if you like metal, you like movies, you like floppies, and you like brewskis, then hit that bell, smash that like button, and subscribe to Metal, Movies, and Brewskis. Have an awesome day, folks.